What's up guys, my name is Jack, you're watching JBTCG, and today we're going to go over my top 5 Pokemon investments that I'm looking to buy over the month of November. So right now we are in a current market stagnation, but I think in November we're going to see certain products pop up in price or at least recover some value. In November we also have the release of Phantasmal Flames and likely the pre-orders for the next upcoming Pokemon special set will get revealed or released, and we'll also get that special set in Japan. I don't know exactly when. It may be late November or in December. I'll put the date on screen, but November is sure to be an interesting month. Now, alongside our top 5, we do have 2 honorable mentions, and we'll just hop straight into it because we got a lot to cover. The first one is the Phantasmal Flames booster box. This is an honorable mention because if I didn't mention it, people were going to be very upset and be like, what? Where is it? Where is it? So the reason this is just an honorable mention is because I'm more all in on the Pokemon Center ETBs for Phantasmal Flames and the Super Premium or Ultra Premium collections for Phantasmal Flames. This, unlike Mega Evolution, is not an enhanced booster box. It's just 36 packs, which 36 packs is great. Booster boxes are great and they have been a great investment long term, but personally I like Pokemon Center ETBs because of the display ability that they have in comparison to something like the Mega Evolution booster box, which actually doesn't look that nice. Now, the other reason I'm more focused on the Pokemon Center ETBs for Phantasmal Flames specifically is because it looks awesome. It has Charizard on the front. I think this will be a bigger or better sealed collector's item compared to the booster box long term. Now, the other reason why this is an honorable mention is because we are also getting a waived release for Phantasmal Flames as well, just like we saw with Mega Evolution. Now, with Mega Evolution's first wave release, booster boxes settled right around that $300 price mark, and I didn't realize the size of that Wave 2 release. I didn't think it was going to be as big as it was and as many booster boxes as it was. And as it turns out, that Wave 2 has dropped the market for enhanced booster boxes for MEO1 all the way down to almost $260. So with these Phantasmal Flames booster boxes, I'm going to wait until we get that Wave 2 release, see where things are at before I go all in on these booster boxes. Now, I do have some pre-ordered, and obviously those are pre-ordered, that's not going to change. But in terms of picking these up on the secondary market, I'm going to wait and see how things turn out. Honorable mention number 2 is going to go to the Twilight Masquerade ETB. We're just talking about regular ETBs here. This one is, I think, the cheapest ETB on the entirety of the Pokemon market right now. On TCG Player, it says it's $68, which is pretty close to MSRP. MSRP is $50 for these. So it's pretty close to MSRP, and you can easily get these on places like Facebook Marketplace or like from local people for $60. People are just trying to offload these. The reason these are so cheap is we just got a huge reprint of Twilight Masquerade ETBs. Same thing with Surging Sparks. That's why you're seeing both of these ETBs pretty much everywhere. And the price I'm really looking for is to pick these up at $60 in ETB. Now, I don't think this is necessarily a product that's going to explode in value or have tremendous demand long term. I just think it's a more low-risk investment or low-risk move compared to some of the more expensive products that are 2, 3, 4 times MSRP. And at this point in the market where things are so heightened and things are so expensive, I think lowering risk is super important. And to me, this is a low-risk investment, so if I can find them for $60 on Facebook Marketplace, I'll absolutely be picking some up. All right, we've officially made it to our top 5, and starting us off is going to be the Mega Evolution Enhanced Booster Box. Right now, market on these, as I just mentioned, is right around $260. So if we look at the 3-month price graph, it's kind of equal. I mean, you get some pre-order pricing in there in August, but if we look at the 1 month, it's down almost 15% from around $300 at its highs at the beginning of October, down to $260 today. And to me, this is a good entry point. And I think you can get these for even cheaper because there's a lot of like stir in the market right now. There's a lot of panic. You're seeing a lot of people on YouTube put crash in their thumbnails to get more views. And because of that, I think we're seeing a lot of people, a lot of newer people especially, panic sell their products because they're worried that a crash is coming because they're watching these YouTube videos and just like TikToks and all these other like social media content. And they're just selling it off, trying to avoid the impending crash. But at $260, I think this is a really, really good deal, especially since it's an enhanced booster box that comes with that stamped Bulbasaur promo. I think that Bulbasaur is like $25, $30. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. I'll put on screen exactly how much it's worth. and that adds value to the booster box. It's like getting the 36 packs for $220 to $230. And for a sealed product, I think that's a really good deal, especially since this set is so phenomenal. And the amount of value in the chase cards is enormous. Like, the top chase cards are so expensive. I think the Mega Lucario, the Mega Gardevoir are basically $500 cards, even through a month after release. Mega Lucario, the SIR is like $270. Mega Gardevoir is maybe like $250. And from there, the other SIR chase cards and illustration rare chase cards are also fairly expensive, especially when you compare it to Scarlet and Violet era sets. Now, I don't think this box is going to explode to $500 in the next 2 months. I don't think it's going to do what Destined Rivals did in the month of August, but I think long term, this is a really good product, and at $250, I'm willing to put some money into them. Now on to number 4, this is going to be the Mega Charizard X Ultra Premium Collection. This is a fantastic product, and I'll quickly go through what we have inside and the price that we're currently seeing on TCG Player. So inside you get 4 Phantasmal Flames packs, 4 Mega Evolution packs, 4 Destined Rivals packs, 4 Journey Together packs, and 2 Surging Sparks packs. So you get a great pack selection on top of 2 special illustration rare promos, one being a Mega Charizard and the second being an Oricorio EX illustrated by Shinji Kanda. Now, Oricorio isn't my favorite Pokemon. I don't think it's very many people's favorite Pokemon, but Shinji Kanda manages to make these cards look fantastic and make Pokemon that maybe aren't people's favorites an absolute standout, like the Seismitoad. The Seismitoad illustration rare from Black Bolt and White Flare looks really cool, and it has a ton of demand. I think this Oricorio will also have tons of demand because it's a Shinji Kanda artwork. So if you were counting the amount of packs, that is 18 packs inside plus 2 special illustration rare cards. Right now, market on these is $278 on TCG Player, and we're seeing listings for below that. The lowest listing right now is $263. So this is pretty cheap, all things considered. Now, it's not cheap. I shouldn't say the word cheap, but I think it's going to be very undervalued when it gets released and when we see all the stock kind of come to market. Now, the thing with this is that we're getting multiple waves, so it's not all coming right at the beginning. We are getting some in Costco, I think on Black Friday, and then I think we're also seeing some in January for Costco. So it's not all going to get dumped at once and tank in price. And we might see other good buying opportunities a little bit later, like with that Costco restock or whatever you want to call it in January. But the reason I think November is a good time to invest in this product and why I'm going to look to invest in it is if we take a look at how the Prismatic Super Premium Collection has performed. So this came out, I believe in, was it May or April? I don't know, probably May. Yeah, I believe like mid-May. And it was valued around pre-sales were in the 400s, 300s. It was very expensive. Then when it actually came to market, it fell all the way down to around 200, even slightly below 200 in the month of June and July. And then we saw it creep back up. Right now, market for it is right around $305, and it peaked at $325 mid-October. So this product, same general idea. It's a super premium collection, ultra premium collection. This one has 15 packs, 1 special illustration rare card inside, and it tanked in price when stock of it was everywhere and we're seeing it in stores for MSRP. And then as time went on and they were harder and harder to find, like now you don't really see them in stores or in restocks pretty much at all. They are much more expensive. So I think the super premium or the ultra premium collection for Phantasmal Flames is going to do a similar thing. We're going to see these get dumped on the market. If I can get them for $200, that would be fantastic. I'm really surprised to see them at $260, $270 right now, because I was expecting them to be more expensive than that on pre-sale, but the fact that they're sitting right around $260, $270, I think that bodes well for us getting really good deals when these actually come to market. Now moving on to number 3, this is going to be the Mega Evolution Pokemon Center ETBs, specifically the Lucario version, which has the Riolu promo inside. We've seen these drop over the past month, and they're all the way down at right around $230, and we see some listings right around $220 right now. This is a great product and a really cool promo card, and we know that a lot of the value in these Pokemon Center ETBs comes from the promo card inside. Obviously, that's why the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB is so valuable. It's because of that Charmander promo. Same with the 151 Pokemon Center ETB with the Snorlax, and the Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center ETB with the Pikachu. I think this promo can compete with the best of them, and the Mega Evolution set, as we've already established, is fantastic in my opinion. And I think I'll be able to get some of these for around $200 flat, hopefully, if some people will just panic sell them. I'm really going to be looking out for these. I'm a big fan of Pokemon Center ETBs. I'm a big fan of Lucario and Riolu. And on top of that, we can be pretty sure that these aren't getting restocks going into the future, and they're only going to get more and more rare. Now moving on to number 2, we have the Black Bolt Pokemon Center ETBs. And these have tanked in value over the past month and a half. And it's honestly super surprising that they've fallen this much. So in late September, they were around $240 to $250. And since then, they've tanked all the way to around $197, with listings right around $180 on TCG Player. And to me, this is super undervalued for the product that we have. One, I'm a big fan of Zekrom, I'm a big fan of Reshiram, so I might be a little biased on this one. But I think Black Bolt and White Flare are really, really good and strong sets that are being kind of undervalued in the market, just in general, across all their products, ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs, Booster Bomb, everything. I think the sets are undervalued for the chase cards inside. And also the promos from these Pokemon Center ETBs make a really cool set with the, I believe it's Landorus that is actually in, I don't remember if it's Black Bolt or White Flare, but it's actually in the set. And then you get Thundurus and Tornadus in the ETBs. They make a really cool set, and the Pokemon Center promos in PSA 10 are pretty expensive as is. Now I do want to go over some cards from Black Bolt. Mainly the Zekrom cards is what I'm going to show off here. And everything seems to be crashing, right? Everything's falling apart in the Pokemon hobby because stuff didn't go up for 2 weeks. That's what people want to tell you, but these Zekrom cards are appreciating in value even through this time. Over the past month, the Zekrom Special Illustration Rare has gone up 14%. It went from 215 all the way to 245 right now. That is an appreciation in value. The Zekrom BWR card in the past month has gone up 20%. So that has also appreciated in value. It went from $400 to $480. So there's a pretty good appreciation in value there. And if you look at the past 3 months, we see that it tanked in price after release, obviously, and it kind of settled down in that $400 price range. It was at a low of $388 at the end of September, and it has bounced straight back up. So there's value and demand in the chase cards for Black Bolt, White Flare, and I think these sealed products will catch back up eventually. And thinking long term, like 2, 3, 5 years for this product, I think it will be looked back on really fondly because of the unique BWR chase cards and the really nice pull rates in these sets. And you can also put the White Flare Pokemon Center ETB in here, but I just personally prefer the Black Bolt version. I like Zekrom a little bit more, and I think the set, the Black Bolt set, is a little bit stronger than White Flare's, so that's why I'm only highlighting Black Bolt. Now moving on to my number 1 product that I'm looking to invest in over the month of November. This is going to be the Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center ETBs. So this is one of the coolest Pokemon Center ETBs, one of the coolest ETBs that we have ever gotten, in my opinion. It's a Charizard, a Mega Charizard X. The colors, the dark, really dark blues, the almost purplish background, and then the bright blue neon highlights. It looks really cool, really menacing. So from a sealed collector perspective, I think this is a top tier product. And then with the packs inside, Phantasmal Flames is a decent set. I'm not going to say it's a top tier set. It does have a top tier chase card in the Mega Charizard X and the gold version of that Mega Charizard X. Those are going to be very expensive lottery cards that people are chasing, and I think that'll hold demand for this set long term. But the reason I'm really looking to invest in these over this specific month is that we likely aren't getting restocks of them going into the future. This is likely going to be it for the Pokemon Center ETBs, while we'll see restocks of other Phantasmal Flames products throughout the next year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years. And to give a ballpark idea for what these are going for right now, we do have a lot of listings on eBay where people generally put their pre-sales up for around $280 to $300. So pretty expensive on pre-sale. No surprise there. It's going to be really in demand because a lot of people missed out on the initial Pokemon Center drop, and a lot of people are going to want these. I don't know what they'll drop to. I'll definitely wait until after release to kind of see what happens. But honestly, if I can get these for like sub 250 or around 250, I'll be happy with that. It's a really cool product, a really cool sealed product. And I think long term, if anything Phantasmal Flames performs well, it's gonna be this Pokemon Center ETB. And that rounds out our list. Let me know if you agree with my picks down in the comments. Let me know what you guys are looking to get this month and what you got in the past month. But that's all I got for today. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching and stay safe out there.